Today we have a mini 6505 Peavey head, and I like this more than the big one, and here's why. Now, one of the main reasons I like the Mini more than the big 6505 is that when I was borrowing the big 6505, it was a little bit, let's say, buzzy and fizzy. I think there might have been something wrong with the circuitry, or it was just going a little bit wrong because I almost got electrocuted when I was plugging it in, which was not fun. But the tone was massive. It was just that weird kind of hissiness. And you still kind of get that with Peavey amps, and that's one of the reasons why I don't like it too much, is because even now when I was just trying to dial in a sound, my ears were just getting absolutely fried to the point where I had to like stop for about a good half an hour. So just bear in mind if you have these at a volume where you're micing them up. So that's my only gripe with the Peavey amps, and why I don't use them personally is because I prefer that more kind of European British kind of distortion sound, and I like push mids, but I don't like it when it's like a tiny bit scooped. I don't know. It's just I'm one of those people that doesn't really vibe with Peavey amps. But this one I like a lot. Yeah, so you get this kind of coldness from Peavey amps, and I guess that's why people, especially in the black metal scene, use them so much. They want that kind of cold guitar sound. So I think where Peavey shine the most is with guitars in lower tunings, so let's give that a go. biggest difference I think with both of these amps are when it comes to the kind of articulation when you're picking. Because for example here, with the big amp, it will just be that tiny bit more defined. Like, it really does pick up every single pick quite well. But this one kind of very slightly lacks, but it's not to a point where it's that noticeable, especially when you crank these. I think for the money, unless you get a used 6505 that's in really good working condition, I think you should go for that if it's in the budget that you're looking for. But I'm not too sure on the actual prices for these on the used market or even brand new. But it depends on your situation. If you don't really want to spend too much money and you want that Peavey sound and you're kind of doing home recordings or the odd gig, then definitely look at one of these instead of the big ones. But if you do get a big one and it's working brilliantly, do go for that if it's the same price or cheaper than the mini heads. So that's my little buyer's guide when it comes to these Peaveys. If you're looking for, cold sound, you're in low tunings, this will do the job really nice.